for your friend. What can you tell me about how his life has been changed and how he's had to change how he's living his life because of the massive attention on this case across the nation?
His life will never be the same. He's living in seclusion. I don't know where he's at. I do know how to get in touch with him now, but I have no idea where he's at. He's being treated for post-traumatic stress syndrome, depression, insomnia. He can't eat. He cried for days after the shooting. He's extremely remorseful. And now he's living in hiding because he has become the scapegoat for what ails this country as far as racial relations go.
You know, Joe, as a father and as a minority, how do you balance the concerns with a story like this with your friendship with George, what you know about this man?
I'm not here just for George. I'm here for my kids. I'm here for every other young black man. I understand why everybody is upset. If I didn't know George, I'd be upset too, and I'd be out there. If I didn't know what I know, I'd be just as outraged. But once this is all over, we still have to address the problem that brought us to the point in the first place, and that's the fear that we have of each other, the fear that we have of young black men. We hear all of the stories about the criminal aspects that have put young black men in the spotlight, but we don't hear enough about all the successful black men that we have out there, the ones who have done it on their own, the ones who have pulled themselves up out of poverty. We don't hear enough about that. We've got a black president, yet we stereotype black males. I get that. We've got to continue this conversation after this is over because it goes beyond Trayvon and George. And at its core, this particular incident, this confrontation between Trayvon and George, it had nothing to do with race. But because of our racial history, because of Sanford's racial history, that's why we're at where we are now.
Why did it just cause you to get a lump in your throat and was obviously a very emotional moment for you, Joe?
Well, I've got an 18-year-old son. My heart goes out to the Martins. I'm a black man. And like my friend George, I'm just trying to do the right thing.
Joe, thank you for being with us this morning. And obviously you think very highly of your friend to also be out here and speaking on his behalf when he's been told apparently not to speak for himself at this point. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate it.